Hi, it's already time for October favorites because it's November 2nd right now. I was at a little bit of a standstill because my computer died and I'm back in operational now, so it's all good. So I thought I'd swing by and quickly give you my October favorites right now, even though it's already November, but it's just the beginning, so I think we're still good. October, I think you probably already know, is my very favorite time of the year. I love the fall. I love October especially because September is still kind of the end of summer and all the leaves really haven't changed or anything yet, but October is just glorious and beautiful and the weather gets cooler and I can get on the comfy sweaters and I kind of change up my color scheme more. This is about the only time of year I ever wear browns and oranges and those pumpkin-y tones and that type of thing, so it's kind of fun to do that every once in a while, and I do that every fall. So anyway, that's been fun. So some of my items for my favorites have been makeup items because I change colors up and stuff, and these are my favorites for fall. And then I have a couple other things too. So anyway, let me just get started. And anyway, it's good to be back. I'm excited. First thing first is I have been wearing these boots, these little booties from Nine West constantly. They are so comfortable. And is what I actually do when it comes to anything that has any kind of a heel at all, because I'm old, is I usually buy a 1/2 size larger, and then I put it like a Dr. Scholl's kind of a cushy gel pad thing down in there too. And so that just adds extra cush, but there's extra room for my foot, you know, with the pad. So I do that, and it even makes them more scrumptiously comfortable. But I have worn them without that, and it's still very comfortable. So anyway, these are by Nine West. They are a suede bootie. I didn't spray them with anything. I maybe should before winter hits, but I've been wearing these things a lot, and they, as you can see, have done really well. My favorite part is that it kind of looks like you're wearing a heel and it dresses up the outfit, yet the heel is really not big. It's doable. You're not teetering. So for me, perfect. So anyway, they come in other colors. I did buy one other color, and I'll show those another time. But anyway, these are a big hit so far this fall, and I can see myself wearing these a lot still. Okay, as for makeup items, like I said, things have been changing in my color scheme this time of year, which, you know, I normally do. So first off, I have switched over to wearing this blush. It's by MAC. It's called Blush All Day. It's one of my all-time favorites to wear. It's not too orange on my skin because I tend to have a little bit of a yellowy undertone in my skin. I'm not pink whatsoever. I'm more neutral, but I tend to go more yellow than pink. Anyway, this is kind of a rosy-ish color with a little bit of a terracotta turn to it, but it's not orange on my face. So anyway, this is called Blush All Day by MAC. I really like it. It's just creamy and simple, and it works really well for me. So it's light. It's not like color, but bam. Which I don't like a whole lot of color on my cheeks. So anyway, love this Blush All Day by MAC. And eyeshadows are fun to play with when I'm wearing more of these type colors. I normally do very cool tone shadows with grays and those type of things, but not this time of year. I mix it up, and so I have two palettes in particular. Well, I've had one for a while that I've been using a lot, but then I bought another one. So anyway, the one that I have used a lot in the fall and other times of year too, but anyway, is the Tartelette Matte shades by Tarte. Love this little palette. It's simple. They're all matte shades, which I really love. I don't do a whole lot of shimmer. There is no mirror on the inside, which is fine with me. I use like a lighted makeup mirror when I do my makeup. But these shades are so pretty. I just adore all of them. I'll give you a closer look here. They're so pretty. They're perfect for fall. You've got a good mixture of really light, you know, kind of highlight colors mixed with some different greens and purples and so forth. You know, they're gorgeous. Wait a minute, is this matte really? I'm thinking this might not be matte. No, it's not. They're not all matte. I lied. But they're darn well close to it. Anyway, none of them are very shimmery at all. Most of them are very matte looking. So I love this palette. This has been working really well for me, and it's been fun to play with. And then I happened to see this one at the store when I went to Nordstrom last, and I love these little MAC deals where there's the tiny little circles. You know, they're good. Some people have said the quality doesn't seem to be the same as the larger size MAC, you know, pots of shadow. I have not found that to be true. So I think that they work the same for me. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. But these colors, this is the newish one called Magnificent Me. and there are 9 shadows in it, and these are the colors. And I've just found this to be such a simple, easy way to do my eyes. I'm wearing it today. Whoa, big whoop, huh? I don't do a whole lot with my eye makeup, but that's kind of the way I like it. So if you're like me and you just kind of want some plain colors that add a little bit of something, this is good. Magnificent Me by MAC. And it's a small enough thing I don't have to feel like, yikes, I have to use all that up. So anyway, that's been a favorite of mine. And then I thought I would try a new lipstick brand that I've never tried before. I've heard that it's really good, and I was looking for a color that, again, was so more of a terracotta, but not too orange, whatever color, because that just does not work well for me. And I also wanted to try these Charlotte Tilbury ones, these matte lipsticks. I've heard that they are long lasting, and I agree, they really are. They last a long time, and they stay matte, but they don't feel dry at all. They apply beautifully. I'm very, very pleased with it. So anyway, Charlotte Tilbury, thought I'd give those a try. Beautiful little packaging in this rose gold kind of a container. Reminds me so much of some Estee Lauder lipsticks especially from the past. I remember my mom having some that was over gold, like a golden toned tube, very similar to this. Anyway, that's what it reminds me of. Beautiful little thing. I got Bond Girl. And Bond Girl looks a little dark and, you know, whatever, but it is. I'm wearing it right now. So it's just a perfect, like, adds some terracotta brownish, more of an orangey red without being orange, if that makes any sense at all, because I'm really terrified of the oranges for my skin. And all my other darker lipsticks tend to have some sort of a plum or berry undertone, which does not really work so well when I'm wearing these type colors. So Bond Girl by Charlotte Tilbury. I like the shape. It really gets the angles well, and it lasts and lasts, and it feels really good. I don't have to reapply. I don't even feel, it feels moisturized. I have a fluffy. It feels moisturized all the time, and I really like it. So I might check out some other colors by Charlotte Tilbury sometime soon. And then, because it's fall, and I'm part of that whole pumpkin spice wow, deal. However, pumpkin spice lattes from Starbucks, to me, they're just too sweet and too much. I did discover something called the Pumpkin Flat White. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Pumpkin Flat White. It's a drink you can get at Starbucks that doesn't have the whipped cream. It's not as sweet, and it tastes more pumpkin-y rather than just the spices you put in the pumpkin. It's less nutmeggy and all that, but it's more like, imagine if you liquefied and coffeeified a piece of pumpkin pie. That's what it tastes like. It's really, really good. But anyway, since I just discovered that, and for years I've loved the pumpkin spice latte flavors, and if I go to Starbucks, I ask for it without the whipped cream and just with like half of the flavoring. I'm strange. I've always tried to concoct my own. So what I do, if you have a Keurig coffee machine type thing with the K-cups, this is how I do it. And I've tried many different ones. I've gotten the Starbucks pumpkin spice latte. These say just add water, 8 ounces of water. However, to me, I like to just more coffee it up and less flavor. So I pour one of these in my cup, and then I put that under the Keurig, and I put 1 pod of the Starbucks Sumatra coffee. And then so the coffee, so the coffee is going into this, and this is basically like a creamer or a flavoring, and I like that. That's just perfect amount for me, pumpkin flavor. I also had to try this, of course, the coffee made by Nestle, the pumpkin spice, and this is really good. I don't have any complaints about this at all. It really tastes good, and again, I just use it as like a creamer, which is what it's meant to do, with a K-cup of Starbucks coffee in my machine. And that works out nicely. But my all-time favorite one that I just discovered, and I think this is new this year, I'm not sure. I love all of these flavors pretty much, of the Maxwell House International Latte. Pumpkin spice, international coffees. This is a pumpkin spice, and they're meant to just use with hot water, and that's your coffee. But like it says, also used as a creamer, and that's what I do. I always use the Starbucks Dark Sumatra. I love that one. And then if I just want to add an extra flavor, there are many different flavors of these Maxwell House International coffees that you can add as a creamer. But this pumpkin spice latte one, to me, this is the best of all the other pumpkin spice concoctions that I've come up with. I basically just put about 2½ rounded teaspoons in the bottom of my coffee cup, and I push the larger button of the two. I don't know if that's 8 ounces or 10 ounces, I'm not sure. And I do my coffee pod of the Sumatra, and it's so good, and it creates a foam, and it's just really, really perfect. So I've been loving this, and I actually stocked up because it's seasonal, and I like to continue drinking this even past the pumpkin season because it's good. So anyway, those are the things I've been loving when it comes to pumpkin spice stuff. Anyway, it's good to be back. I'm so happy my computer is fixed. It just died on me, went black, and that was the end of that. But my hard drive was saved all in the end, so that's really all that mattered the most to me. So I'm back to working on videos. I've got a whole lot of things planned, and I've been getting cards for my card exchange, and I hope that I get more because that'll be fun. Otherwise, you few people that have sent me cards are going to have a lot of, your odds of winning the prize, the surprise at the end, are very large. But that'll be fun, and I'm working on getting those things together that I'm going to send to the winner of the card exchange. So anyway, I feel like I'm the winner of the card exchange so far, and I will throughout the whole thing because I have been loving the cards you guys have been sending. They have been so sweet, so supportive, so amazing. And I have my first round of cards going back to you guys. They're in the mail today. So you'll be getting ones from me soon. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. And we're now in November, so all sorts of craziness starts right about now. And I'll bring you along with me, and we'll see what we get up to. All right? Take care. Love you guys. Bye-bye.